It's the Sports Chasers Podcast. Coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans.
There I go. I was frozen there for a second. What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast, the Monday fourth and short segment, NFL analysis of Week 8. I feel very good. Feel very, very good. I had my nap today. Yeah, I had my nap today, and I'm
napping ass.
Napping ass coach, a moderator.
Yo,
let's go,
man.
Right now.
But we're good. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also on the sound of my voice on the podcast side, you give us that 5-star review. Where's my hand at? Five star review. And make sure you comment also on that. So with that said, let's meet the crew. The DA. The DA, what's good?
Yo,
what's happening tonight? DA, we're about to get into about the DA's Niners. Also, the
ain't shit. Hot garbage.
The D-Dub. D-Dub has on the Sports Chasers hat, and hopefully he won't change it today.
No, we good money, man, because none of them teams that played yesterday was worth a damn. So, with that being said, and miss me with the Cowboys going. I mean, please stop. But
come on, let's just talk about football.
I'm sorry, man. I got stirred. You don't stir it, man.
With that Cowboys shit.
Enough.
The angry one, James. What's up, bro? How are you today, sir?
Yo, what up, family? Hey, how about them Diamondbacks? Oh, it's wrong sport. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
1-1 going to Phoenix.
We'll talk about that on Thursday, man.
My bad.
Yeah, we definitely have to do that. So those who are watching, if you can watch on the YouTube side, shout out to all those on the YouTube side. Yes, I do have on Giant apparel, and the Giants game is not what I want to.
Trade that shirt before the show's over. Kevin's going to trade that shirt.
Yeah, he might need it. Yeah,
and
change up. Transfer portal, he goes.
Yes, we have a transfer portal for fans, but I refuse to sign, even though the Giants.
No, they're just going to trade the shirt like they're trading all their players. Don't worry. Trade the shirt.
Say it again, DA. There you go.
Trade it, boy. Season's over. Listen, Darryl Warren called. They actually picked up the phone. And Darryl said, listen, why are we trying to win games, fellas? What the blank are we trying to do here? What are we trying to do here?
That's exactly how it went.
And then they got the phone, and the Giants started trading players immediately.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
So we ain't got damn.
I'll say this. And like I said, this game was not on the tilt yesterday. Shout out to the Jets. They won the game. It was amazing how the level of quarterback play went from when Tyrod Taylor got hurt and when we went to the third string to DeVito. And they just kept DA, we can hear you. Your mic. We might have to raise it up a little bit.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that stupid shit.
But I was just saying the level of quarterback play is how it level down, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, listen, man.
Go ahead.
It's BS, right? The fans accept it. Listen, this is not college football. The NFL, you can, once, they may not practice or want to hit, but you can practice dudes all goddamn day long in the NFL. So I don't want to hear, the third, dude, he don't get no snaps. Well, that's your fucking fault. Why don't he get no snaps? What are you doing in practice? Just sitting there on the, what are you doing?
He drags a Lucy.
What are you doing? Yeah, I think with the kickers chilling, what is he doing? Because he should not get in the game as an NFL quarterback, first, second, third, fourth string. It looked like he don't even know who to stand behind to get the ball.
Wow.
Pause.
But
so you know what I'm saying?
You know who did know what to do with the ball? And I hope we start off with this game. Will Levis.
Well, he did. He did play a good game.
No. We gotta put some respect on his name. Now he didn't play. What is he? The third?
I don't know what he is.
Right?
He third string, but he's a first round cat though. So
Malik Willis coming in, fumbling and stumbling, and they say, "Oh, we gotta get you the fuck up out of here." That's what they did.
Well,
Yeah,
let me jump into it since we since D-Dub said the Tennessee Titans throwing the Houston Oilers throwback jerseys on yesterday. They defeated the Atlanta Falcons 28-23, and like D said, Will Levis, he was 19 of 29, 4 TDs, did not throw the ball to the other team, and they ran the ball. Derrick Henry was 22 of 101 yards, and
that worked.
you know, they put him in a position. So we on this show, we like to say, hey, yo, put your quarterback in the best position to win the game. And 29 attempts, I think that's doing it. And you're having a heavy dose of Derrick Henry running the ball. There you go. And I think Tennessee has found their quarterback, going on in the future. Because we know Tannehill, unfortunately, he's not it, man. He took him as far as he can go. That's about it. I'll give it to D-Dub since he started with the Will Levis talk. Go ahead, D.
Yeah, Will Levis, you got to shout him out, give him credit. 19 of 29, 238, 4 TDs. 3 of them went to D-Hop. D-Hop is happy. This is the first time he's been in the end zone, and God knows when. And, Derrick Henry, 22 carries, 101 yards. Yo, it was a good game for him. After Malik Willis got in there, fumbled the snap, and I think that was it. I think he had a short leash from the week before was awful. The fans was tired of looking at him. And, he came in and he put some work in. So this looked like they look. It's one game. It's against Atlanta. Atlanta's not a powerhouse team, but for him to go off a good I'm sure that he didn't get all the snaps. Maybe he was paying attention during practice. I don't know, but he looked good. He made it. He might have made a couple mistakes, but minimal.
He didn't throw the ball to the other team, and as I said with DeVito, with the Giants' third stringer, that kept doing little swing passes and handing the ball off to Barkley. I was like, and then when overtime came, they had to throw the ball, and they looked like they never practiced with him throwing the ball, and that's a problem. That's absolutely a problem.
It's a huge problem.
Shout out to my main man Bob. He asked me before I came on. He said, "Am I okay?" And he was like. I was like, yeah, I'm okay, man. I thought he was just being, genuine. He was like, hey, the Giants lost yesterday. I said, yeah, we suck, bro. Shout out to my man Bob. He's watching, man. Thank you, man. But go ahead, D.
And one other thing, that's enough with Tennessee. Tennessee played a great game. Atlanta, man. I told y'all Desmond Ridder, he ain't it. But they gonna continue to try. But they pulled him out of there because he was only able to get. Well, he didn't get it, move the ball, but so much. And they got him out of here and put Taylor Heineke in. And I think, if you ask me, I think that's probably going to be the guy for the rest of the year.
Why is quarterback play so bad, though, when it drops off to the next guy? I mean, I know
Taylor Heineke is better, actually, than
yes.
Ridder.
Yeah. But Taylor Heineke, to me, should be starting, and Ridder should be learning.
It's money attached to where guys are playing as opposed to merit to where guys are playing. So since Ridder is their starter and they're paying him the money as the rookie, he's not getting a big rookie contract. He's not. And maybe Taylor Heineke coming over this year, he still was learning the offense or whatever it is. And now it's game week 8 and he has it all. So he feels comfortable about coming in for Desmond Ridder. I'm not necessarily sure what it is. But, yeah, he's better than Desmond Ridder right now. I don't think he has a higher upside. But, yeah, he's better than the kid today. He's an NFL quarterback. Desmond Ridder he didn't even buy his house yet. Like, dude just got there. Like, he's not ready. And, we go back to historical NFL. You dudes usually don't come in there first year, second year, and be ready. It takes time. So that's the problem. That's the team's fault. That's the team's fault.
That's what I was going to say. Is solely on the team's fault because you had Mariota, right, the year before, and then you get Ridder. The only reason why Taylor Heineke looks like anything of a quarterback is because he's had experience elsewhere, and he's proven that he can at least play 17 weeks. So, man. shout out to Tennessee. They won the game. I didn't pick them because I really didn't know who was going to be quarterback. To be honest with you, Atlanta. I'm just tired of the inconsistent play on offense. Are we going to run the ball 20, 25 times, and then next week we're going to throw the ball 40 times? Like, come on, man.
You got the running back to do that to run the ball. Bijan Robinson is 11 carries ain't going to cut it, bro.
The coaches are outsmarting themselves.
And then, of course, Ritter, he's running for his life. He got sacked 5 times. I don't know exactly when he got taken out, but you get sacked 5 times. If that's even in the first half, first 3 quarters.
I think that was early. I think that was the first half because they only had 3 points and shout outs to what's his name? Chu, the kicker. He scored. Yeah, he had 3 field goals, so that's what kept him in the game. Tanner Heineke, he hit a touchdown, so they was in the game, and they had a chance to even to go ahead or even attempt to try to win. And man, what's not Justin Jefferson? What's that boy's name? Wide receiver Van Jefferson. 4th and 1. Atlanta driving, 4th quarter, minute and change to go. Heineken throws. Van Jefferson drops the ball, man. I mean, what else can I say, man? I mean,
there's a few drops yesterday from a few dudes I saw.
And Van Jefferson was supposed to be a stud guy, right? Didn't he come from where he come from?
He came from a lot of places. He's with the Rams. A few places.
Okay.
He's a journeyman in my opinion. So
all right, well,
that's a bad thing because he's
you're dropping balls, bro. 4th and 1. You come on, man. Wide open. Should have had it.
He'll probably be moving on after this week. If
you
keep on,
in a moving van. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't understand.
Another van.
I would just say this. I would pose a question to the audience and to my brothers here. Kyle Pitts, wasn't he supposed to be the next tight end? This guy only he only had 5 targets.
Yeah, they don't throw it to him.
So to me, Atlanta doesn't know what. I know my auntie's watching, so I ain't gonna say it, but they obviously don't know what the hell they doing as far as offensive football. You got a monster in the backfield. You got a monster at tight end who's supposed to be your safety valve, and you only got 5 targets for him. Take it away, Kev. That's all I got, man. Shout out to Cashville, B Hop. I almost forgot that he was on the team too yesterday. So
well, he did too until he seen
the
ball come his way. He was like, "Oh, this is what I do. This is what I do."
Yeah,
no doubt. Let me move on to the next game. In this game, we're not going to spend a lot, and I just want to put a correlation. So the Cowboys defeated the Rams yesterday. I was talking to one of my dudes that's a Cowboy fan. Shout out to QD, and I asked him. I said, "Yo, did the Rams even get off the bus?" Because, and I put this game on here. The Cowboys, yes, they beat the wheels off the Rams yesterday, right? Yeah, no need to go through the things. Mm-hmm. But are the Cowboys that good and the Rams that bad?
Rams are bad.
And so the NFC is that bad.
The Rams are bad. It's really nothing else to that. They're just a bad team. They actually could give Aaron Donald up right now and get something for him because it's over. They've got nothing going on this year. It's a wrap.
I would agree.
So
I would agree.
That's just what it is out there in Los Angeles. Period. Point blank. Period.
Yeah,
they over. They give me all kind of excuses. The coach having a baby. He ain't got no time. He's stressed out. Listen, man.
Yeah. They pushed their chips in 2 years ago.
I can't do that with you.
They pushed the chips in 2 years ago. They cashed in. They cashed in. They got it. So this is what happens when you do that, right? You cash in.
Oh, but I thought you said you're supposed to go for it. You said it.
Yeah, I did. But don't cry when you
every year
3 and 5.
Every year, not 1 year.
Yeah, well, you got it.
Don't cry when you 3 and 5 now. Don't be mad at me. Yeah,
brother.
That's a formula. You can cash in. You could push in, or you could do the steady way and let it bubble and cook. Everybody want a microwave.
They don't know.
People don't know how to cook.
They ain't got no salt, no pepper.
It's over, so there's no conversation.
They just dumping baby powder all in the damn pot. They don't know what they're doing. man.
Yo, shout out to the Cowboys. They started off real, pretty fast, and I mean, it was up 17-3. I mean, they got it off the defense. You know,
the Cowboys don't have a bad team, America.
No,
it's just that people get tired of talking about it, and that's all. They're a good team. They're not a bad team.
Just do something about it.
They're not a bad team, but however, the defense helps them out.
They should have went to the Super Bowl, my opinion, and they lost in that first round game, that divisional round game.
Yeah.
One with we spotting the ball and all that stuff. Yeah.
You got to run Tony Pollard a lot better if you want me to be a believer. So I'm gonna say.
Say that again.
Go ahead. You got to run Tony Pollard a lot more than that if you want me to be a believer. Because playoff football comes, we all know what happens, man. Dak is not going to be able to sit back there and throw all comfortable like he did yesterday. Not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Well, fellas, I mean, like I said, when you get a touchdown, the defense, scores a touchdown, it helps them out. That's why, again, this is the stuff that helps Dallas early.
Yeah, I got no problem. We'll see what they do.
We'll see. Season. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is week 8, man. Week 8. Yeah, sure.
Got 9 weeks left.
It's a lot of football to play.
9 weeks left. Let me move on to the next game, fellas. The one of the games, very good game here. The Eagles, the Eagles, Eagles went to Washington. Well, right outside Washington, they defeated the Commanders 38-31. Hey, if you didn't see this catch by Brown from Hurts, I don't know how he caught that ball. One of the plays of the game. Landover, Maryland, from the AP, walking generally back to the huddle after an early run. It was clear that Jalen Hurts was hampered by an injured left knee. He kept going anyway, leading the Eagles to another victory. Hurts threw for 319 yards and 4 touchdowns, 2 of them to A.J. Brown, with the defending NFC champs beating the Washington Commanders 38-31 behind the banged-up franchise's quarterback. The Eagles improved to 7-1 and showed more evidence that they are a Super Bowl contender by rallying from a double-digit deficit. I absolutely looked at this game yesterday, and you kept seeing how I was like, wow, the Commanders are playing good. They're playing them very good again. And then all of a sudden, the Eagles turn on the afterburners, and it was the Hurts to Brown show. So I'll give it to the DA. Your thoughts about this game, sir?
First off, Hurts is a superstar. He's on his way to being a superstar. We're going to stop this Hurts. He's got to do this. He's there. He's there. Let's just stop it now. 2, Washington, they were talking about trying to play better defense, and they did not. They got smoked. They had a lot of points scored on Washington, and a lot of points scored on Philadelphia. So both defenses have to pull up and get their thing together by the end of the year. But more Philadelphia, because they're going to be in the playoffs. 3, my man Bieniemy, that offense was clicking. Like he drew up some shit, and they were getting it in. They have a few more moves to make, but they put 30-something points out there yesterday on what's supposed to be a great defense in Philadelphia. Now on the other side, like I said, the Washington defense let them down. You can't let them score that many points on you. That it's still math. This is still what we're doing. It's math in sports, man. If they score more than you, you lose. Right? That's the way this thing is going to happen. So, and that's what happened. That's what happened. Is that they scored, the other team scored more than them. Defensively, I think they should have bucked up a little bit more. And I think there's going to be changes. There's going to be changes anyway, but I think there's going to be a lot of changes next year in Washington. So, that was going to happen anyway. A new ownership group, that was going to happen. But I think there are going to be a lot of players that will be changing addresses with Ron Rivera next year. But I do think they're going to keep Bieniemy. That's just my thought. I think they're going to keep Bieniemy because I think he had a good game plan, man. The offense was humming. So, but we'll see.
I'm going to get us to D-Dub. D-Dub is up here making them star faces when DA's talking.
Hey. Bro, what's that moving company that had two men in the truck?
2 men in the truck.
I'm sorry, man, but yeah, man. It looked good. Thank God. I mean, they performed. They played well. Sam Howell, man. Shout outs to him, man. That boy, he could play, man. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault.
Nope.
But you know,
team pressures and all that stuff.
yeah, that boy. I mean, 52 times throwing the ball. God, man, that's not
they don't have
sustainable,
one,
man.
So
I,
you know,
I,
at least they don't have one. So
man, I get it. It's just not sustainable. And
No.
I get that Philadelphia's defense is top notch too. So, I'll give them that too. But 39 of 52, 397, almost 400 yards. I mean, he did four touchdowns, one interception. So I mean,
I don't think they ran the ball enough either, though.
well, no, when you got Brian Robinson 10 carries for
10 to
59 yards, that's not enough, man. It's not. It's
that defensive
you
line.
have to,
man,
even when you're not going nowhere, you have to keep running.
I know, but that defensive line is not letting you run. You're not.
I understand. Yeah, I get it, D. And it is what it is, man. This team just is not equipped with a lot of stuff. The secondary is trash. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, I know AJ Brown is great or good. I don't want to say great yet, but he's on his way to greatness. He's on his way to greatness. I don't even know how Tennessee let the man go. This guy is like bona fide star. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Julio Jones. He got his one catch with 8 yards, 8 yards and 1 TD. So, but Philadelphia's doing what Philadelphia does, man. 7-1. They're the top dog in the league right now. So, but yeah, that 2-man in the truck is coming to DC right as soon as the season's over. And I don't expect anybody to be left. And I think, the new management group is going to do their thing. But,
yeah.
Jonathan Allen, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
E, what's your thoughts on this game?
The 2 men in the truck company is backing up into Maryland, backing into the stadium as we speak, man. Man, I don't understand how you have all these so-called good to great defensive players and your team had a defensive identity. 2 years ago. Wasn't that long ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And now y'all look like absolute trash on defense.
Jack Del Rio.
There you go. I agree with DA as far as the passing goes, as far as Washington and this offense. But man, you as a team, y'all ran the ball 16 times for 84 yards. You could have found a little bit more opportunities to take the pressure off that man in his arm. I mean, 52 pass attempts. It is what it is, man. Philadelphia does what Philadelphia does best. They hang around, they stay in the fight, and they figure it out. That's what great teams do, and they are the cream of the crop in the NFC. So, and AJ Brown, listen, I told y'all I gave up my residency in the 615 when they traded AJ Brown. Okay, it made absolutely no sense. That was the only reason why Tannehill should have kept the job there. Once they traded him, they should have traded him too. So that's all I got, man. Philadelphia can be had though. If they keep on playing defense like this, they're gonna get had.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I totally agree.
Oh, but shout out to Ron Rivera and the team for stopping that push. That push.
Oh yeah.
The Philly foliage, or whatever you call that.
Yeah, man, that was good. And Hurts fumbled the ball. So fumbled the ball.
Yeah, what are they? The push tush or the Philly?
Yeah.
The Philly phenom, or what were they called? The Philly cheesesteak move, whatever. Yes.
And
they was talking about outlawing it. Nah, just stop it. Just stop it,
man. And Ron Rivera said
stop it. Yes,
he got it done. So shout outs to Ron
because it's clearly, and I don't have a rugby background. Da has a partial one, but that's almost like a rugby move. Am I right, Da?
Low man wins. Yes, it's rugby. Low man wins. That's the way you stop it, though. You come in sideways, lower than someone else, and it'll make everything back up. So
that's it. I hear guys say, "Oh my God, this could cause people to get hurt." Shut up! Sick of y'all just saying. I'm trying to temper my words here. I'm just so sick of it's football. It's an inherent risk of getting hurt. Yeah. No, I'm not I'm not messing with you because I almost
let it go. Okay.
Well, within the 3 minutes of not cussing here on the YouTube channel, but I'm just over it, man. Yo, oh my God, you hear some of these guys. Oh my God, the inherent risk. Yes, it's a risk.
Yeah. Well, when you put on the helmet, that's what it is. So let's go. And your fingers end up
Yeah. Look
But
at
that's
Deion
just what it is.
Sanders. He said, yo, mangled fingers, turf toe, all that stuff coming from football.
I got it. So.
It's DA has it. He's played
I
at a
got
high
fingers
level than all of us
in
on
all
here.
kind of funny ways. So, yeah,
it is what it is.
Yep. But we love
all
the game.
kind of funny ways.
But what's amazing, I know I'm getting off here to the subject a little bit. The selling Giants gear at Walmart in the clearance section. Shout out to Mike Bristol.
Go get him, Mike. That's
Mike, where's yours, bro? Where's yours?
Oh man, we look, Mike, be cool. Be cool, Mike. We gotta be cool because they be having our Niners stuff out there next week. We lose,
Oh yeah, because I'm about to get on the Niners too here in a little bit, man.
Okay.
Anyway, you already told me. Football's inherent risk, and it is what it is, man. Let me move on to the next game. The Jacksonville Jaguars, quiet as it kept, they're 6-2. They defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday, 20-10 in the rain-soaked field of Akron Field. I think that's it. Trevor Lawrence was 24-32, 292 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. But they ran the ball also with Travis Etienne, 24-79. No TDs, but they played defense. Kenny Pickett got hurt. He was 10-16. I wish Dan was here. Then Trubisky came in and did what Trubisky does. He throws 2 interceptions. He was 15-27, 138 yards, and 1 TD. I'll give it to the DA. Your thoughts on the 6-2 Jaguars?
I'll be real quick with it. This goes back to kind of what me and Darryl talked about earlier, with why there is such a drop-off from starting quarterback to backup quarterbacks. And I don't know why. Trubisky was a starter. Everybody cannot be Fitzpatrick or Fitzmagic, but the reality is that this is not college where you are have X amount of hours where you can practice your team. You have an opportunity to get every quarterback you have on your roster snaps. So if something goes wrong, they should be able to go in the game and operate. Period. Point blank. Period. So when you bring it back up and things just go shot to hell, that's a problem with the team. The team is not constructed the right way. Period. Team is not constructed the right way. So again, I think the Jaguars are a good young team. They play defense, which is great. They're a fast team on defense, extremely fast defense. And on offense, they're pretty fast too when they can get out there, right? So it's hard to cover their guys. They always run three by one. Like they'll have a running back and 3 receivers out, and they'll have that kid, I forget his name, with the Texas A&M real fast. He's always going to be in the slot, and he'll pull the linebacker with him. So they have a good system, and I like what they're doing there, and I like that they're playing defense. So I always thought the Jaguars would be a up and coming team to where they're going to own that division, like seriously own that division, like every year. I think probably starting this year going forward. The Colts and the other teams don't really have anything to say right now. So there you go. That's my take on it.
Got you, E. What you got?
Yo, man. I agree with DA. Jacksonville is one of them up and coming teams, and to be honest, they're only going to go as far as Trevor Lawrence takes them. I know we haven't seen them much in his illustrious career in the playoff, in the postseason, but yo, man, this team is loaded. If you look at them offensively, you got the Giants ex tight end Evan Ingram, who looks like he knows how to play football now. Must be the system. Calvin Ridley, you got Christian Kirk, you got ETN. Yo, man, they got burners over
Kirk
here.
That's to do Christian Kirk.
Yeah,
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go to a good system. Because he was in Arizona. I'll leave that one alone. But yeah, Pittsburgh. I don't know what to make of them this year. This Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Every week you don't know what you're going to get. I really didn't expect Jacksonville to come into Pittsburgh and beat them in Pittsburgh or whatever the name of the stadium is called this week. But shout out to Jacksonville, man. Played sound defense.
6-2.
Mitchell Trubisky still in year 8, 9, 10, still looking lost out there. So, man, what can you do, man? What can you do?
Well,
I blame the player and I blame the coaching. It's a 50-50.
Yeah, it's a lot. Shout out to Jacksonville. They're 6-2. Pittsburgh, they got some work to do. And it is what it is when they go to that. Let me go to this game right here. And Mike Briscoe asked what was going to cover it. Mike, it's right here on the docket here. The Denver Broncos on yesterday in the cold and some of the snow. They defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 24-9. Russell was not cooking. He was 12 of 19, but not cooking in the sense that he didn't throw a bunch of times. 12 of 19, 114 yards. And
he ran for 170 yards, Kevin.
You didn't let me finish, D.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta let me finish. Since you took it away from me, you finish it. Go ahead, bro.
They ran for damn near 170 yards. I'm sorry, Kev. Which means that vaunted KC defense, Chris, whatever his name is, in the middle. That means he got slammed up yesterday. The ball for 170 yards. So 170.
Or Chris Jones, you mean?
And Kansas City ran for they had 2 runners with negative yards. So I think it was 60, and then it comes back down to the 50-something. Kelsey caught the ball 6 times with no touchdowns. Drewy got 1 at least. Man, listen, that was a old school Giants beating from an old school Giants guy, Peyton. They said, we're going to run the ball. This team is soft. They can't stop us running the ball, and we're going to do that. Game over. Game over. Game over. 24-9, right? 24-9?
24-9.
24-9.
No touchdowns. It was all field.
Hell scoreless the whole second half.
Yeah.
So let me.
I'll
stir some pot. Shout out to Debbie and Lynette watching also. Appreciate you, ladies. Thank you so much. I'll stir the pot a little bit too. Didn't see Taylor Swift. Don't you start, Mike Bristol. Don't you start.
Black my screen with that shit.
If you're hurt, we say on this show, if you're hurt, you're hurt. If you're not feeling well, you're not feeling well, then don't play. I don't want to hear no excuses afterwards. I'm hearing things coming up, this might be the flu game or whatever. Stop. He didn't look himself. I'm sorry. If you are not feeling well, then don't go to work, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm a proponent of that.
Go ahead, D-Dub, finish
it. Yeah, if you ain't ready, if you don't feel good, what you come to work for?
Call in.
Yo, this is a Denver team. You can use your backup, whoever your backup is for Kansas City. I don't
call in.
But this is you. They said he was feeling bad the night before, feeling somewhat good today. Well, either you is or you not.
Hello?
Yeah.
This is
Stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
and
24 of 38 for 241 yards, 2 interceptions. He was clearly.
Coach, I won't be in today.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's definitely okay. Definitely okay.
But again, I don't want to hear it. They lost. This is a game you should not have lost. You should not have lost to the Denver Broncos. Period. I don't. So even at his worst, you shouldn't have lost because they didn't do nothing, man. They as a team, they rushed the ball 16 times for 62 yards. Come on, bro. As a team.
Well, Mike said if they was winning, we wouldn't have heard he was sick, right? So
there you go. There you go. In a nutshell. So shout out to Denver for playing.
Yeah,
the boys came to play.
Denver has a good defense and they have a good secondary. So
100%.
That is real talk. So they're going to get better as the years go by. And I think again we have to stop falling into all of the shenanigans on television. Go ahead, E. Because they make things bigger than what they are. So
that's a
fact.
I'm gonna
keep this short and sweet. Denver kicked their teeth down their throat, and Kansas City just got back to the huddle, holding their mouth. That's all that happened yesterday. That's all, and that's it, man. I mean, Defense
Chris James,
made
that's his name.
they made hits, and they did enough to put points on the board, and Kansas City couldn't. Point blank. Period.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's it.
Yeah, and I totally agree with
All that other extracurricular, who's in the booth and who's not there, and all this other
Yeah.
stuff that's been going
Yeah.
on. It was going to catch up
Nonsense.
with you gentlemen sooner or later. Worry
Mhm.
about football.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Worry about what's in between them white lines.
Chiefs now are 6-2. The Broncos are now 3-5. Let me move on to the next game here. The Cincinnati Bengals, and I know I said this. I says, yeah, they started off 1-3, but I think they'll turn the corner. They beat the San Francisco 49ers in Santa Clara yesterday, 31-17. By the numbers, Burrow was 32. He threw three TDs, did not throw the ball to the other
To
team.
the other team.
Not one time. Mixon, they didn't rush a lot, but they threw a lot. Chase, he had one TD. Boyd, one TD. And the other tight end, can't pronounce his name, Losivas. No, Losavas had a TD also. Brock Purdy, there was all this Brock Purdy talk. Good, bad, and indifferent.
Uh-oh. You got a blackout alert? Blackout.
Brock Purdy, he was 22 of 31, one TD, two interceptions. Niners, McCaffrey was 12 of 54 for rushing. I'll give it to D. Your thoughts on your team now?
Hey, I am not mad at Brock
5-3.
I am not mad at our system. What I'm telling you is this. We run a system where a quarterback doesn't have to be great. The team has to be great. If we are hurt and we don't have players, a non-great quarterback cannot play a great game. It's just math. We need everything on the field for Brock to be what he needs to be. That's it. Now, will he be a Niner long enough to be able to do it on his own? I don't know. I don't know. But we're hurt right now, so we're not ready right now.
Yeah, you got a lot of injuries.
Yeah, so but that's no excuse. We took an L.
Yeah.
So the hope is we can get right after the bye week, get dudes healthy and come back strong. But the second half of the season schedule is hard. So we'll see what we're doing going forward. But it's going to be hard. I will tell you that it's going to be hard for us. And if we do get there anywhere close to there, this year it will sure enough be a year where we may be ready to really win something because we'll have to go through something to get there. Most years we just get there and we don't have to go through anything. But if we get there this year, we got to go through some stuff. So may make for a better team at the end. Most likely not, but it might make because I got Philly coming out the NFC anyway. So that's kind of what I see it as.
Mike Bristol up here doing hot takes. He's saying Lamar Jackson will win the MVP.
Yeah, I said that before. He is. He got to be. We're gonna be. Come on, man. Shit. Right. That boy got his paper. It's gonna be a problem for the league. So.
Okay. D-Dub, your thoughts on the Niners and the Bengals? And like I said, I'll say this. Like I said, the Bengals got up to a slow start the last 2 years. This is what they do. I think they playing games when they do that. But this is what they do. D-Dub, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Cincinnati got back to 4-3. Again, we talked about this I think a couple weeks ago. Slow start with Cincinnati.
Right.
This was a good game to knock off San Francisco with a lot of injuries to San Francisco. But again, this goes back to Brock Purdy, and is he turning back into the pumpkin? You know what I'm saying? So like we was talking earlier, he was Mr. Irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, he was Mr. Irrelevant for a reason. Now I'm not saying that not taking anything away from him. He's playing with house money. He's played fantastic up until this last 3 weeks. Niners have dropped 3 in a row. So yes, now we're starting to look and see Niner we say fraud alert, but now it's Niner alert because now we're looking to see what's going on And what has changed since, within this three weeks? You know, they're gonna have to go back to what they was doing before the skid.
Yeah.
And see and try to get that right. I don't know what's happened to Brock Purdy in over the weeks. Decision making. I don't know. It seems like he's not seeing. He's throwing these interceptions that he wasn't throwing before. So now I'd like to know, what are you seeing out there or are they throwing something different at you? But
Yeah. Totally get it. E, your thoughts on this game, real quick?
Well, I would just say, Kyle Shanahan runs a very efficient offense based off of timing. And if you throw the quarterback or the receivers off their timing, this is what you will have. What is also based off that timing is the running game. If y'all go back and look at the stats, they haven't been running the ball like that since the skid started. I just had it in front of me. Excuse me 1 second. McCaffrey only ran the ball 12 times. Here we go talking about this run game situation again. I thought San Fran was built off the run. This is what Mr. San Fran, he's been saying it since he got on this show. You know what I'm saying? This is what we've been talking about. So
we trading for like Derrick Henry tomorrow.
To be honest, D, you could get Derrick Henry, you could get Walter Payton. If they're not going to run the ball, what good are they? I just feel like San Fran has kind of listened to the whispers and has heard that this guy is great and started believing people outside the building instead of what they see with their own eyes, and have given him the keys a little bit too prematurely instead of trusting your system. That is the biggest thing that I've seen with San Fran. San Fran is looking around. You got great players across the board, but you're looking at this second-year guy. Is it second year, third year? Second year quarterback. As you're looking at him like, what's wrong with you? Okay, what's wrong with the rest of y'all? He's not out there getting toasted by Chase. So I mean, they all need to pull it together. The season's not over, anything like that.
No.
Reel it back in, and get back to playing San Fran football. But I will say,
we're gonna run when we get healthy.
Very, very
offensive line. Everybody's right. We're gonna just run the ball again. We are. I listen, guys. I saw a playoff game. I told the brothers this morning where the Niners, the second half of the game, did not throw the ball at all against Minnesota. They didn't let Jimmy throw the ball at all. They ran the ball the whole second half. Every play. Mostert, this one, that one, this one, that one. They just never. Yeah, we're not. No, we'll get back to it. We get healthy, we'll get back to it. Because that's what wins. So,
100%. Let me go to this game real quick. I thought this game was very interesting. And this will be our last game. The Seahawks and the Browns. Seahawks defeat the Browns 24-22 in Seattle. Jamal Adams used his head to give Geno Smith the chance of some late heroics that helped vault the Seahawks into first place, according to the AP. Adams forced an interception that defected off his helmet with 150. It was a crazy play if you didn't see it. With 157 remaining, 5 plays later, Smith threw a screen to Jackson Smith in Jabba for a 9-yard TD with 38 seconds left, lifting the Seahawks to a 24-20 win over the Cleveland Browns. So this makes the Seahawks 5-2 and the Browns 4-3 in a tough AFC North. I'll give it to DA since the Seahawks are in your.
Hey man, Geno is better than what people thought. The team is good. They play good defense. The running backs are good. They have a good system, and they're going to run the ball with Pete Carroll. And they did this against a hell of a defense with the Browns. The Browns have a hell of a defense. So they did what they needed to do. Now, we understand that the Browns have a backup quarterback, but after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, he's not really a backup anymore.
PJ played pretty good.
He's playing well. I think, I don't know where Deshaun is at, but the reality is this. This cat here is winning games and playing well. Now, and I wouldn't put Deshaun back in there hurt anyway, right? Because there's too much money on the line with that guy. But he's a great quarterback when he gets back and if he's right, ever gets right. But I don't have no problem with you playing this guy as long as Deshaun is hurt. It's a good game. And it was a good game, hard-fought game, hard-hitting game. And you know what? Seattle came out of it like, yo, listen, we're not punks. We're going to do this. This is where we at. So they met the Browns where they were. right, in the trenches, and they won the game. So good game, man. I thought they did very well. So
D-Dub, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I was disappointed with Cleveland, man. I thought Cleveland was going to go and get a win, but they kind of messed up. But yeah, getting back to what DA said, man, that Browns defense is something serious, man. They have been playing pretty good all year, and like I said, PJ Walker was, he wasn't bad. He came in, and threw a touchdown. I mean, he got to stop turning over the ball with the 2 interceptions, but he's been serviceable the last couple of weeks. So, and shout out to Geno Smith, and he's trucking along. Him also, he got to stop turning over that ball, but 2 TDs, 23 of 37, 254. So, Seattle's hanging around. They right where they should be at, and hanging around in the West. In the West, that's just right now they are top of San Francisco right now. So that's going to be a pivotal game when they meet down the line here. So.
Yes, totally agree. E, your thoughts on this game, and then we're gonna be out of here. On 4th and short. We went a little bit longer, but we got a couple games to go. Go ahead, E.
Cleveland had their chances. I mean, this was a good game. One of the surprise games, if you ask me, this week. Really thought it was going to be a 10-7 type of game with both these defenses playing the way they have been the last couple of weeks. But man, this is Geno Smith. I see people saying Geno was here and there and he finally got this opportunity in Seattle. This is what happens when you're given the keys, you put in the work, and people believe in you, and you give back for that belief. Geno Smith has transformed his career these last 2 years, and I'm glad to see it, man. Oftentimes we sit here and we talk about these quarterbacks. They go to these teams and they have no idea what they're doing with them. It's not a good fit. Why did you get them in the first place? Yada, yada, yada. Well, Geno Smith has found him a home in Seattle, and they rally around this guy. If you look at the game, they rally around him. And say what you want, quiet leader, boastful leader, that's leadership qualities right there. When guys rally around you, that's a testament to who you are and the work that you put in. So, and this game, to me, will help them. I don't know if they're going to beat San Fran, but this is the type of team that you're going to be playing against, a physical defensive team, and at least they're battle tested. They won one. I don't know if they're going to beat San Fran. I'm not saying that just yet, but they'll be there. So we'll see how those chips fall when they fall.
Gotcha. Great show as always. We're going to get out here. It's 4th and short for a reason. We did go over a little bit, but that's fine. We had to go over these games. Make sure you tune in on Thursday, 7:30. We have another guest. We're going to be talking about sports venues. Our guest, he's been to quite a few sports venues, and that should be an interesting segment. He's been to Fenway, Wrigley, and things of that nature, and the old Boston Garden. So, we're going to talk to him, and that should be interesting. I like going to these places, these sporting events, and he's also going to talk about buying and purchasing food, some of the food items there, man. But we're going to get out of here. Make sure you tune in on Thursday. Also, don't forget our college football segment on Sundays at 10 o'clock as we talk about college football too. But hey, we're going to get out of here on behalf of myself. I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator, for the DA, for D-Dub, for James the Angry One, for Mike Mills, and Dan, the hockey dude, in their absence. This is the Sports Chasers podcast. Be good, be blessed. Have a great start of the week. We'll see you guys Thursday. Peace. Happy Halloween. Those going trick or treating, be careful, all right?
Yeah.